Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show us some more plunder that I've acquired over the last little while. On to the last stack of stuff finally. I actually did get a few things in the mail today. I got to go through them, see what they are. So, yeah, probably end up having to show those once I get back from vacation, because I'll also have a lot of other stuff, pre-orders and otherwise, that's going to be showing up around that time. So I'm just going to jump right into this with Madrast and their debut full-length album, Maleficent. Now, if you're not familiar with Madrast, they are a death thrash band from Lake Forest, California. Been around since 2007. As I said, this is their debut full-length album, originally put out by the band themselves in 2012. This is a 2021 reissue out on No Life Till Metal Records, which of course is run by Scott Waters from here on YouTube. He's also the singer for Ultimatum, another really awesome band, and he usually puts out some really quality stuff, and this is no exception, and I highly recommend you check it out. And I believe it was the first 100 pre-orders got this cool little logo sticker, so I will definitely be putting that to use. This next one, I did a review of the lead single off of this EP, which was really awesome, and the rest of this is equally as killer. That is Unthinkable Ruination with their latest EP, Divinity Ruination. Of course, Unfathomable Ruination, technical brutal death metal band from London, England, been around since 2010. This is their second EP overall, just put out this year by Willowtip Records. This is the follow-up to their 2019 full-length Enraged and Unbound. And honestly, these guys have not really put out a bad release so far as I've been concerned. Next up, this one, I felt lucky enough to get this on cassette because, you know, everybody had been talking about it, and I really wanted to get it, and then it seemed like I couldn't find the CD anywhere. Everybody was sold out, and even the label themselves were sold out, so I was like, man, I'm never going to get this, and I did get the cassette, and then here recently I found out Hell's Headbangers had CDs in, so I had to pick it up. That is Coffin Mulch with Septic Funeral. Of course, Coffin Mulch, they are a death metal band from Glasgow, Scotland. Been around since 2018. This is their debut EP out on Redefining Darkness Records. Put out just this year, limited to 300 copies. And I ended up getting a second disc because apparently the first run of these, there was an issue with the pressing, so it ended up the 6th track on here got cut off. It got left off. There was only 5 tracks instead of 6, so they send an extra disc to, you know, with the correct pressing on it. So yeah, if you ever order this, you'll probably end up with 2 CDs as well. Next up, the next 2 are by the same band, and these are a pre-order that I did quite a while back. I got it from a place called Miami Metal Merchant. I've been hearing about, you know, this guy, but I never actually ordered from him, and he was actually able to broker a deal where he could get these for pre-order for us here in the U.S. Otherwise, it seemed like nobody in the U.S. was getting these for pre-order so far, and that is Solstice with their brand new album, Casting the Die, and a reissue of their 1991 demo. And of course, Solstice, Rob Barrett from Cannibal Corpse was originally in this band. He was the guitarist and vocalist for this band. So he is on their 91 demo, which sounds absolutely killer. Now with the latest one, this is their 4th full length, and both of these are put out by Emancipation Productions just this year. The demo, though, was originally independently released by the band back in 1991, and both of these sound really good quality releases, I have to say. Though I actually kind of prefer Rob Barrett's vocals for this band. What's the new guy's name? Ryan Taylor. They're not bad on here, but I would kind of like to hear Rob Barrett doing this. But of course, he's busy with Cannibal Corpse. So, but you know, again, no disrespect to Ryan, but I don't know. I just kind of prefer Rob's vocals. Next up, Hideous Divinity with LV 426. Of course, Hideous Divinity, they are a technical brutal death metal band from Rome, Italy. Been around since 2007. This is their first EP in their catalog so far. Put out just this year by Century Media. And this is a follow-up to their 2019 album, Simulacrum. And again, this is another band that I have yet to hear a bad release from. So definitely go check out Hideous Divinity. Next up, We have Disaster with Churches Without Saints. And I was actually really surprised to find this in FYE of all places. Actually, no, I got this from Amazon, excuse me. Yeah, I would have really been surprised to see this in FYE. But anyway, Disaster, black and thrash metal band out of Germany, been around since 1988. This is their 9th full-length album overall, put out by Metal Blade Records just this year. Very solid release, I have to say. Haven't really gotten to listen to it a whole ton, just gotten through it one time. Next up, these two came from the Metalhead box, and that is Skull Maggot with Kill and Die, and Chaosian with Festering Excarnation. Of course, Skull Maggot, death metal band from Helsinki, Finland, been around since 2015. This is their 2nd full-length overall, put out by Head Split Records. Again, proof that while they are primarily a tape label, they do put out CDs. And Chaosian, they are a death metal band from Copenhagen, Denmark, been around since 2017. And this is essentially just a compilation of their demos, Where Gods... Excuse me, I'm trying to read the note here. Where Gods Excarnate from 2018, and Festering Carcinolith, I believe is what it's called. Yeah, couldn't even read my own writing, sorry. So yeah, this compilation of both their demos. Haven't really had a chance to listen to either of these, but at least I found out a little bit more information on these guys. All right. Next up, we have Ghostiter with, it's upside down, Morbid Despotic Ritual. This is another band that I've been hearing a lot about here recently. Another kind of interesting find through Amazon, going through their new release section. But yeah, this is a death metal band from Moscow, Russia. Been around since 2018. This is their debut full-length album, put out by Rotted Life Records, limited to 500 copies. And this band also has a split release with Australian doom death band Carcinoid, which is another band that I had been hearing a lot about. So definitely looking forward to checking out that split, as well as Carcinoid in general. And last but not least, again, this is another one that's been getting a lot of hype, and I gotta say it really lives up to it, and that is Inhuman Condition with Rat God. Of course, this is a death thrash band based out of Florida, been around since just last year in 2020, and is formed by ex-members of Massacre. Terry Butler, who of course is also known for being in Death, 6 Feet Under, and he is currently the bassist of Obituary. You have Taylor Nordberg, who is in Rib Spreader, The Absence, among other things, and Jeremy Klang, I believe is his last name, from Necromancing the Stone, which I've actually seen them live, and they are awesome live. He's also in Rib Spreader, among other things. Debut full-length album out on listenable Insanity Records, and I gotta say, this is some really solid stuff. I definitely recommend checking it out. And what's cool is it also came with a little note, says, "Thanks for the support. This is only the beginning. Cheers, teats." And I love when they send little notes like that. Came with a sticker and a nice little kind of punk style patch, I guess you would call that, as well as a Terry Butler signature bass pick, and one for Teets himself guitar pick. So that's really cool. So yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Once I get back from vacation, I should have a lot of cool stuff to show then. And until next time, stay brutal.